How Jamie, give us your best Triple H, will you, pal? Cerebral.
WTF! WTF!
Hello, I am the Smoothie King of Cultaholic.com, Ross. You are my sexual wank pheasants, and it's that bastard time of the week once again to take a look at all of the WTF moments from an episode of SmackDown Live. So Shane McMahon takes what he calls an indefinite leave from his role as commissioner on SmackDown Live, yet there he is last night on the show. He can seemingly rock up whenever he wants. No! And then we have Tom Phillips, who claimed that Colonel McSweaty Biles himself quite literally showed intestinal fortitude over the weekend, and just like the Native Americans, I'm stood there asking how. His intestine had a hole in it, Tom. Just say it like it is. You were giving him props for not crapping himself on the grandest stage of them all. Lovely. And then Byron Saxton, the bloody waste of oxygen that he is, chirps it and claims it's a bloody miracle that Shane McMahon is even standing right now. It's not, Byron. It's a work. You simply can't recover from the things Shane McMahon had in the time that Shane McMahon did. Several people have tweeted me this, therefore it has to be correct. Because as we all know, everyone on Twitter is an expert in every single field. As we all know, Brock Lesnar famously had diverticulitis during his UFC career, and CM Punk famously crapped himself on an episode of SmackDown thanks to a staph infection and the medicine that WWE's medical team gave him. All Shane McMahon is doing here, he's saying he's recovered from the same things they had, which is absolutely pathetic. So, is this a dig at the Graps? Because if it is, I hope somebody glassed that numpty and split his wig. So, Colonel McSweaty Balls thanks fans from all over the world for making WrestleMania the success that it was, and then the crowd in the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans chant back thank you Shane at him, and I'm asking why. Getting his sweaty little face in the way of a good story over the past few months, seeing off two of the leading lights on SmackDown Live and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Don't thank Shane for WrestleMania, thank Vince McMahon for WrestleMania. And while we're at it, why don't we thank the Lord and Saviour herself, Ronda Rousey, for doing what she did to Mrs. Lady Bollocks and Sunday and Monday respectively. Do not thank Shane for anything apart from being a numpty. Huge news! Daniel Bryan is no longer the general manager of SmackDown Live. He is back as an active wrestler. Whether this means workhorse, big dog kind of active, or Brock Lesnar, my granny's more active than he is, kind of active, remains to be seen. Oh my god! So yes, the Paige is here meme has quite literally come to life. 24 hours after she announced her retirement on WWE Raw, she rocked up on WWE SmackDown Live as the show's new general manager, and bloody good on her. The future certainly looks bright for Paigey Wagey, for what she has to put up with now is about a year and a half of collecting Shane McMahon's sweat in the bucket, then she'll be clear to compete in the ring again, and then we'll have a confusing story told where Shane McMahon will be painted to be a delusional, power-hungry prick, yet still be booked as the babyface of the scenario before Shane and Paige take on Karina Steen and Sami Zayn at SummerSlam 2019. Aye. And then the crowd in the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans start chanting, "This is your house!" at Paigey Wagey, and Alan James Cuthbert Styles in the back must have been losing his bananas. SmackDown Live is the house that AJ Styles built, isn't it? So now that Paige seems to be the local council or something, she's come in and taken it off him. I don't know about you, but I cannot wait for an upcoming episode of Homes Under the Hammer with Dion Dublin, where Paige and AJ Styles will find out who is the rightful owner of the house that is SmackDown Live. WWE always listen to the fans, don't they? Of course they do. So when Paige said, "Daniel Bryan, we face," dramatic pause. And because my Bane spirit animal losing on the grandest stage of them all is the worst thing to happen to this world since global warming or some bollocks, they started chanting Rusev Day. But no, once again, Rusev's overlooked because we had to settle for Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. How pissing disappointing can you get? Sarcasm. Imagine that though, we now live in a world where Rusev is a better choice in the eyes of the fans to take on AJ Styles than the best wrestler in the world apart from Shane McMahon, Daniel bloody Bryan. What a world we live in. It's alright lads, Roman Reigns isn't here, he isn't on SmackDown Live, there's absolutely no need to go through that bollocks how people cheer for who they normally boo in the Raw and SmackDown after WrestleMania, and they boo for who they normally cheer. Rusev is as over as Rover, but we already knew that. That's right, newer fans, do not clean your ears. Rusev is cheered as much as he is for a very good reason. He should be the WWE, the United States, the tag team, and the women's champion, but WWE keeps trying to suppress him like a fart in church. And next up we have Corey Graves, who claims that the historic rivalry between the Usos and the New Day will come to a conclusion tonight. How many pissing times have we heard this before? Stop talking bollocks, Corey. Don't lie to us anymore. Just like the man juice you have running through your hair, you cannot have too much of a good thing. A lot of cum in his hair. Hashtag Jack's got a stiffy. Now, normally when a champion loses their championship, they get the opportunity to invoke their automatic rematch clause. So why then were the Usos having to fight for theirs? Maybe it's because they stick ish on the end of everything and Paige was confused because she is British and therefore not hip, hop, or happening. Hey guys, when do you want your rematch? She will have asked. Tonight-ish? Ish? You don't seem sure. I want a definitive answer. She will have added. Yes-ish. Tonight-ish. Now it's clear to me all of the guesswork obviously frustrated the piss out of Paige, therefore that number one contenders match between the Usos and the New Day was made. Now something during the ad break caught my eye and it wasn't those rather fetching cans of paint. It was Big E dry humping an Uso from behind. Oh. Made a grave mistake, Corey. Both over 300 pounds, Corey, I don't think, so it looks like one of those Bludgeon brothers has shafted your brain with one of those polystyrene hammers because Luke Harper is a lean 275. Made a grave mistake, Corey. And this time Corey Graves claims after her massive win in the first ever Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania, which isn't the first ever Women's Battle Royal at WrestleMania, Naomi's stock will be very high and she will be one of the hottest free agents on next week's Superstar Shake-Up. Corey, why is she being booted off SmackDown Live? All footballers don't become free agents when the January transfer window opens. They stay with their club until somebody comes knocking, so everyone on SmackDown Live will stay on SmackDown Live unless, of course, Raw comes a knocking. Vice versa. I didn't know I wanted this in my life, but more of Shinsuke Connery, please. Now here's a direct quote from Shinsuke to the lovely Renee Young on last night's show. Sorry, no speak English. Aye, take that racist creative team who presumably wrote that line for him last night, therefore pointing out their own bollocks over the past few months. Again, Paigey Wagey Randy Orton should have an automatic rematch clause, yet he has to fight for that opportunity, does he? Woo! Now, of course, I don't mind this because Randy Orton is a boring bastard and my bane spirit animal Rusev is back in the mix once again. But Paige, what is going on? Ha ha! Get in the bin, you creep! Just like Alan Shearer did to Manchester United more times than I care to mention, Charlotte turned you down and walked straight past you. I guess you could say that your attempts to woo her failed. Bloody hell, you flaming wallabies, you vivacious Goliaths. It's only the bloody Iconics. A little twist on their original name of the iconic duo that I quite like, by the way. Good. Charlotte's got no allies, one of the commentary team who I forgot to write down on my script today. Where is Naomi? Where is Becky Lynch? And most importantly of all, where is Paigey Wagey? Charlotte, what have you done to upset them? Gonna get old fast. Mike Chioda. Old, dazed and confused. He's been with WWE since there were black and white televisions, yet he has no Scooby-Doo how the Money in the Bank cash-in works. What on earth is all the waiting for, Mike? I have never screamed at my television like that before in my life. Just cash the fucking thing in. Now, I can't have been the only one at this point thinking Mike Chioda had picked up Shinsuke Connery's promo sheet. Mike, you still speak English. You're not like Shinsuke. You do actually speak English and know what's going on. And what's worse is, despite the fact Money in the Bank has been around for 13 years now, Greg Hamilton still needs to explain to him how the bloody thing works. It's been long enough, WWE. We don't need it spelled out bit by bit now. But bloody hell, Carmella is SmackDown Live Women's Champion. I have no idea what to say, so when in doubt, memes. And here's a direct quote from Tom Phillips. Wishes have been scientifically proven to help these kids face their illnesses. Jesus Christ, Tom, if there's one line in the history of your career on SmackDown Live that you didn't want to make a mess of, it was that one, and you did, you numpty. Now, Corey Graves assaulting Byron Saxton and Tom Phillips with a pencil in one fell swoop is arguably the greatest thing he will ever do in all of his days, especially since he decided to put man juice in his hair. Now, because WWE own their own footage, I can't show you exactly what Corey Graves did, but let me tell you, Byron Saxton deserved every inch of it because he is a waste of oxygen. And let me also tell you, there has never been a stiffer shot delivered to a stiffer human being than Tom Phillips, apart from when Jack the Jobber has a picture taken of him on a bus. Oh God, that feud had so many thrilling matches that by the time it came to an end, I was simply gagging for more, said nobody ever. What on earth are WWE thinking? Nobody was invested in that feud until the realization had set in that Jinder bastard Mahal was WWE champion. So why on earth are they putting it on again? They take away what the people want in Rusev Day and they give them Randy bastard Orton against Jinder saggy nips. Nobody wants that. I'll be sleeping during that match in Jeddah. Nah, David Arquette's WCW Championship reign was worse than AIDS. All while Carmella was standing there saying she had made history by herself with the first ever Women's Money in the Bank contract. Never, ever, ever forget that WWE made a pig's ear the first time round when they did that ladder match with James Ellsworth, a man with a working set of testicles, won the bloody thing. They're trying to rewrite their own history. Never forget what actually happened. It's always for the best. Impractical Jokers is my favourite show. Outside of Raw and SmackDown, that is. But I haven't half gone off Sal after last night's SmackDown Live. Now, if there's one thing that does my tits in, it's fans in the back of shot trying to get themselves over when the WWE people are trying to do their thing. So Sal, when his grey-haired pal that isn't Q, was sitting there good 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, while the commentary team are trying to do their thing. It really annoyed me and made Sal and his grey-haired pal look like a pair of cocks. But that's alright though, because as we all know, if you're going to rank the Impractical Jokers in order of how good they are, you have Joe, you have Q and Mer, then you have Sal all the way at the bottom. Get in the bin, Sal. And we end with Shinsuke Nakamura's fixation on AJ Styles is bollocks. Go to the end of last night's show and you will see Shinsuke all over those bollocks like a cat, one of those balls that cats play with. Aye. Nakamura by name and knackers in the hands by nature. That is it. For all of the WTF moments from the SmackDown Live after WrestleMania, I've been Ross from Cultaholic.com. Thank you for being a sexual wank pheasant. Follow me on the Twitter machine. Follow me at Ross on Raston. If you like what we do here at Cultaholic, please pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Cultaholic. Anything you can afford to give us will be greatly appreciated, then retitivated back into the company to make more of the content for your viewing pleasure. Do not forget to join us in every form of social media apart from that wire that goes through my cured as ears. You know, the white one.